Okay. So, hello group 2. Sorry for the weird intro. I forgot to press record. But let's get right into your reading. So, this is a grounding reading sponsored by none other than Miss Gaia. We have 3 decks here that I'm using. 3 oracle decks and a tarot deck with an animal spirit deck to get through all of these energies. We have a lot of cards for your group. If you chose the Dalmatian Jasper, this reading is for you. So the first card we get is Well-Deserved Reward, which is the 9 of Pentacles upright. Then we have base and solar plexus chakra in reverse, so those are probably the energetic centers that need the grounding and the balancing, especially with the base chakra, which is the lowest of them all, and normally represents your general material stability, your work, your home, stuff like that. So let's get into your cards. The 2 from the Gaia deck are attachment, which is explained by letting go, fear, and restriction. Sorry, these are in a different language. And underneath that we have evolution, which is translates to and explains is explained with the following words. So change on Earth, climate change, and transformation. So with the Celtic deck we got divine protection, heal thyself, and shadow treasures. So first I want to talk about some sort of an attachment that is creating your shadow treasures. Shadow treasures are all of our glitches in the human matrix, like depression or anxiety or, ADD, you name it, schizophrenia. It's all that makes us more of a disturbed person, but nonetheless it makes us very rich in value, because we go through all of these commotions inside ourselves and our heads normally that do create a certain defense mechanism even to the whole world, and kind of makes us all special, because what is a human being without any problems, right? Probably nobody exists like that. Everybody has shadow qualities, shadow treasures, and all of these restrictions that is being talked about, all this fear, and this transformation, it's all pointing towards re-stabilizing your masculine energies. So your assertiveness, your perseverance, your action-taking skills, but only after you heal, transform yourself. Because with the evolution card and the heal thyself, it kind of goes hand in hand with the only way you can ground yourself is with switching focus to what you haven't put much focus on. Because you did pardon me, you did get to a certain point of recognition or material stability, but it's not quite there yet. There's something putting you off track. So a way to ground yourself is to focus on things that don't have to do with material things, because with the Nine of Pentacles and the base chakra in reverse, you've already achieved quite a lot, and maybe you already overasserted yourself in those areas, and you haven't truly healed and went into your shadow self, your shadow part, which could be your more emotional or your communication side of you. That's something that could be potentially lost here. We're going to see that a bit later on, but with the bottom line energy of the Chariot, which is represented by move, the word move, and go with the flow in the other deck, and lost love with the keywords of surrendering, healing, and just letting go of the attachment. So once again, sugarcoating over some sort of emotional part here that you may not really be aware of, because you're so maybe probably hyperly focused on your material gains or your confidence gains. Maybe after a certain lost love, it's hard to just let it go, and heal yourself and truly transform yourself to a point of this sort of confidence place of being. Because with the Nine of Pentacles, I also get like, as even though it's minor arcana, it's still quite a big stability depiction card. Let's see. Yeah, we got the Moon in reverse. There are some things that are being uncovered, but let's see. I'm gonna remix these. Sorry, didn't feel quite right. Okay, let's start from the top. We got the Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So there is a point of taking stock, taking a rest after a choice being made. Doesn't necessarily have to do with a lover's connection, but with the underlying energy here, it sure does indicate that. And with the Heal Thyself and the evolution, it's to me signifies a complete transformation to some degree. So what is this base chakra about? Okay, it's about that complete transformation, because the Death does speak about letting go of the old and welcoming the new, no matter how hard and limiting it is. With the Eight of Swords, it can be very mind limiting, but normally Eight of Swords is a self-imposed prison and a refusal to see a part of yourself, which could do with the base chakra instability, which normally can signify a lack of finance, a lack of you know scholarly things, or whatever makes you feel stable. Could also be everything else, the mental health or whatever. So yeah, with the Death, Eight of Swords, and Page of Swords, it's telling me that you had enough of this self-imposed prison of mental torment, and you are already starting to be a bit more inquisitive, a bit more curious mentally about a different point of view when it comes to your stability, but there's a lot that needs to transform here with the Death card. That's a major transformation that is going on within you. So let's see. Solar plexus chakra, why is it in reverse? How can we ground it? We got the Queen of Cups in reverse, Two of Cups. Well, I'm just gonna take note that it was in reverse. So did something overturn? Yeah, I don't know. Let's get one more. Okay. So yeah, there is some sort of choice being made after a period of confusion or emotional stillness, which can come from an overflow of stimulants with emotions. You finally made a decision regarding probably a relationship here with the Two of Cups. Also could be just friendship, because with the solar plexus chakra in reverse, to rebalance it means regaining self-confidence. And when we are not happy, when we are not truly secure in what we're doing and what we're saying, we do come off as imbalanced, unconfident, timid, shy, and sometimes to some people even over emotional, emotionally overcompensating. So if this is something that you have problems with dealing with, I suggest that you try to figure out what truly makes you feel confident, or if that's really hard to figure out, try to figure out who or what kinds of situations or topics or whatever, what triggers you, and try to truly recognize your triggers that make you feel less than in a certain situation, when you already kind of have come to a point of being a bit more emotionally assertive when it comes to your emotions and your instabilities. But here it does indicate it has to do with either a friendship or a relationship, um, some sort of soulmate type person that makes you as unstable, and this, after a while of being indecisive, finally decisive about maybe what you want. But that's up to you to truly figure out uh, what makes you that um, unconfident or unassertive. Let's see. Oh, okay, the evolution, we got the Devil, the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. So yeah, the transformation part of you, or maybe even what's going on with the world currently, and maybe even climate change could be, with the keywords here, something that is of importance to you. But we do have a lot of heavy energy here. So with the Devil, we have some sort of either addiction, codependent relationship, friendship. Um, so if it goes along the lines of your personal transformation, you've come from you're currently juggling a lot, probably financially, trying to make ends meet type of thing, and also trying to keep what you've got left above the water. So that's a struggling energy to truly go with the flow of changes on the planet currently. That could be a theme. And with the Two of Swords, there's again a kind of this devil being in this mind of this person that is being so indecisive yet so immersed in the indecision. So there is, I can feel the struggle of the twos. It feels like there is some sort of polarity in all of these three cards. And funnily enough, the number on this card is 45. I don't know if you can see that. And it's three cards. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's I just seen like these three, and it's just like I know this is like all polarity, which is two, but I was like, oh, 3 and 3, but it kind of, escalates, like 3 times 2 equals, 9, whatever. I don't know why I'm saying this, but there does seem to be a indecision to drop either or. So, you know, keeping certain attachments or certain bad habits or whatever the devil energy represents to you, it does make it harder to be like this than to just have one sort of truth of, or even your opinion or whatever that is, and having one coin to focus on. So just one job or one hobby, or one relationship even for some people, because with the devil card here, it can be, you know, juggling too much, or maybe even like juggling two relationships at a time, and that needs to change for some people. That's something that maybe just a small percentage of you may resonate, but somebody may be juggling two partners, which is making them mentally unstable and also materially unstable, because they are tied to both, because they're addicted to the feeling. So let's proceed. Just have whatever comes out. 3, okay. Divine protection. So again, this is, as much as I'm trying to avoid the fact that this might not be a romantic or a relationship reading, it keeps going back to the same depictions of it. Here with the lost love, with the lovers, 2 of cups, and the devil. And now that I'm asking for divine protection, how, these are all the cards that tell us how we can ground this whole thing. So I want to first point out that you are protected, whatever your belief system is. Truly believe that you are protected wherever you are. But also it's funnily enough, oh, sorry, yeah. You get the 3 of Swords, which now indicates an actual heartbreak, an actual lost love. And it's supported by the universe. So it's all going along the lines of plan. That was your divine protection. Sometimes losing a codependent relationship is the best thing that can happen to you, even though it can feel, like you lost all of your confidence and you need to regain all of that back, because in codependent relationships we tend to do things that our partners would we think they would prefer, but we just end up losing ourselves. And or if this was involving a place where you live together, or children or pets, it does feel like we lost our stability, we lost our home, we lost our finances, our shared, whatever you've accumulated over the years. But nonetheless, the divine protection of all of this, and how you can ground it, is with understanding and believing in this, that this was for the best, or will be for the best, because the Fountain is an added card in this deck, this tarot deck, and it connects the major arcana, so the Fool and the World, the 0 and the 21, and it's everything in between, and I call it my universe card. So whenever it pops up in any reading, or even if I do it for myself, it's an indication that if it's upright, as it came out like this, then it's definitely supported by the universe. And all this mental and heart pain that you're going through, it's not even indicating as truly making you ungrounded. It's the other things, not the, because with the swords we have, throat chakra and third eye chakra energy, because it's the mental, it's the communicative, but it usually represents loss, a third party, or just general heartbreak. But all of this is for a reason, because it came on divine protection. So it may feel unfair for the time being, but it's probably for the best. Just kind of take two. Heal thyself. Yeah, there's a sense of being almost like too harsh with your words, too impulsive with what you're trying to say. So the part that you need to heal within yourself is that of communicating in a abrupt or harsh manner. And yeah, it's and you already know this with the high priestess here. Hello. Yeah, with the high priestess here, we have a sense of being intuitive, knowing, already working on it. I assume with the heal thyself, it's you're probably here to gain more knowledge on your situation, probably. And to truly heal thyself, you need to work on balancing this aspect of yourself, which is growing in the way you communicate, because you have so much knowledge on something, and it's already there, it's already in the back of your mind, it's already in your consciousness, or maybe it's only right now just in your subconsciousness, because the high priestess does show the hide or show the hidden in a sense. And right now it's showing us that when will you know that you're truly healed is when you can communicate all your deepest, darkest things with a sense of dignity, as well as logic and information. Right now we're a bit too much in the energy of trying to move forward, trying to flow, just yeah, with the chariot underneath, it's again a sink. Even though it's in reverse, we're trying to move forward. So let's see the shadow treasures. I'm gonna take just two. Okay, the bottom one. Yeah, 6 of coins. There's a lot of there's a lot of coinage depicted, in my opinion. I think this is a shadow treasure. You could make gold out of your pain. No, this is how most tarot readers come about, I would like to believe. And again, you need to give to yourself to truly balance yourself. It feels like you are quite balanced, not in the mind and not in the heart, but in all the in between. So with the solar and base chakras, but you're truly not giving enough to yourself, because it came out in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles. You might not have enough resources at the end of the day for yourself, and it should start with yourself, because this is such a beautiful maternal energy of giving and also being receptive, and you may just be in a place of give and zero receive. Even though this does normally imitate an equal give and take of resources. It's explaining the shadow treasure. So it does show, in no matter how we put these cards, it shows as an imbalance of energy. So either you pay for a lot of drinks, and then when you run out of money because you paid for 4 rounds, you kind of expect people with this energy, you kind of expect people to, you know, pay for a round of drinks, but then everybody decides to go home and you just feel depleted, even though you do expect a certain energetic back and forth from people. And it doesn't need to be finances, it can be either emotions, you know, a friendly banter that, you know, just it doesn't go through because you're already so knowledgeable about the outcomes, or, you know, just expect a lot from people, maybe even. I know I do too, so no judgment there. This could even be my reading, who knows. Let's take final 3 cards for the last Gaia card. Okay, so with the bottom line energy now being 10 of Cups, we've came to a point of content here. We have the 9 of Coins in the middle with the King of Cups in the end and the Magician. I'm just gonna turn it up right because I feel like it. This is what you are restricting yourself from, what you're being afraid of, and maybe even what you had to let go. So because I'm reading the keywords, or actually translating them, I'm getting the sense of, even if this was in reverse and you feel like it should be, let's take it like this first. So Magician reverse can usually indicate someone being manipulative, or, you know, just being manipulative because they have all the resources, because they can be, they can take something away from you, you know, either if it's passion, if it's materials, if it's, you know, shutting down in conversation or whatever, you know, whichever element it's taking away from. But either way, it's an energy of manifestation. And if you let go of being a person that expects a lot from people and just uses her resources wisely, or his resources wisely, you know, we come full circle at the end of this reading, well, almost at the end of this reading, and we can return back to this 9 of Pentacles, another sync in the cards. So you're already pretty grounded when it comes to material side. But if there was somebody that used you or manipulated you or just left you out in the cold, then there was a difference in immaturity, even though that the King of Cups is the last of his suit. Yeah, his suit. He's not necessarily open and receptive. That's where the Queen of Cups comes in. She's the one that truly knows how to show love. He's just emotionally stable in this case. But we did get the Queen of Cups in reverse, and you making that decision that you're choosing maybe confidence over your emotional instability towards this person, no matter how suitable you are for each other. And maybe that's the fear part. That's maybe also the restriction translated word. Could be that I'm restricting myself from, you know, saying something that it could be potentially triggering for you if this is somebody that was being, you know, manipulative towards you. I'm super sorry. relationships are meant to learn and to grow, and whenever they feel unstable, you gotta let it go. There's no point in you breaking your own heart for the sake of just the bare minimum. No matter how you feel like you're compatible, you're probably not, but if it's something that you've just been kind of pondering about in your head, you feel like you are in a beautiful relationship with a beautiful counterpart, maybe that's something that you need to take note of, and stop being the person that you know can put all of this strain. Because if you want a relationship and you don't want to move forward, uh, it shows towards fear. But if you do want to move forward, it shows evolution, and that's where I'm getting slightly confused. But I'm not gonna use these. Let's get you some final advice. Um, gonna use what's it called? The Secret Language of Light Oracle deck. Trying to keep these videos in a similar format and length, because they are the same reading, but pretty long and extensive. Okay, let's just pick one from the middle. Okay. Meditation. Another one. Just one and another one. Inward revolution. So yeah, and focus as the bottom line energy. Focus with the number 37. We got cycle completions. So you do need to focus on completing the cycle. And once again, heal thyself, shadow treasures do indicate this exact energy of, firstly, meditating. Meditation truly helps us feel all of our layers of emotions, because once you put so many layers of emotions on top of emotions throughout years, once you neglect them and start reevaluating again, it can be pretty intense. And that's what meditation is for, is to kind of access the point of where you never wanted to return, but to heal all of this and to truly change without fear. I think this inward revolution is very necessary. I love these cards so much. Again, it has to do with some sort of DNA patterning, so it can be connecting to your parents, grandparents, the way you were brought up, taught to react, to be this, I don't know, perfect whatever, or, just go within, take a step back, reflect, look at your shadow treasures, what good and bad a certain situation brought to your life. Try to surrender to the flow and know that whatever does give you the feeling of heartbreak, it's just to break it apart so it can be, glued back the right way, if that's, because we constantly break our hearts. We see, a little, you know abandoned kitten or puppy, and we just want to help it, but it's in, goddamn Argentina, and it breaks your heart. But you need to feel that, because feelings aren't something to avoid, it's something to truly, surrender into, and work on it, even if it causes fear and attachment. It's all towards your self-evolution. It's all about you being this great self-aware and self-stable person that can truly manifest your own emotional body being emotionally secure, confident, and, you know, not lashing out at people just because for a small portion of your timeline here on this planet um, you lost the track to your path. It doesn't, it never ends with heartbreak. It's just the beginning. So thank you very much. I'm gonna reorganize for group 3. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe, share with your friends, comment down below any suggestions for videos that you would like to see. We can wing it, we can freestyle it. I'm going very in depth. That's why some are filmed in the night and some in the day, because these just take so much energy from me. But thank you guys for tuning in to and listening to me and choosing this beautiful Dalmatian Jasper, this dragon egg looking, quail egg looking mineral. And I'll see you next time. Bye.